My name is Emily Parker, a 40-year-old surgeon at a prestigious hospital in Chicago. My life revolved around my career. I prided myself on saving lives, often telling myself that hard work and skill were all that mattered. There's no such thing as divine intervention. Life is what you make of it. Success hardened me. I grew distant from my family and stopped finding joy in small things. My pride whispered that I was self-sufficient, that I alone held control over life and death. That fateful night, the rain pounded hard against the windows. A man injured in a severe car accident was rushed into surgery. His condition was dire. I told myself, I am the only one who can save him. But in my haste to grab additional tools, I slipped on the wet floor. My head struck the edge of a metal table with a sickening crack. Everything went black. When I opened my eyes, I was no longer in pain. I found myself in a place that was impossible to describe, a realm filled with pure light and a deep sense of peace. The air itself seemed alive, filled with music so beautiful it made my heart ache. In front of me stood a man. His presence radiated love and authority, his gaze piercing yet gentle. I knew instantly it was Jesus Christ. "Emily," he called, his voice resonating within my very soul. "You are here earlier than expected, but there is something important I need to show you." Jesus took my hand, and the scene transformed. We were now in a place more magnificent than anything on earth. Golden rivers flowed, and a colossal tree of life stood at the center, its light shining across the heavens. I saw angels, brilliant beings glowing with radiant beauty, singing songs of praise to God. Their harmony filled the skies like waves of joy. Then Jesus pointed toward one angel. He stood apart, shining brighter than the others, his wings shimmering like crystal rainbows. "This is Lucifer, as he was before his fall," Jesus explained. Lucifer was stunning, his voice shaking the very fabric of heaven with its power. But then I saw him pause beside a golden pool, gazing at his own reflection. His expression changed. Jesus said he was the most perfect of all God's creations, but he forgot that his beauty and gifts were given to him. In the pool's reflection, I saw Lucifer's thoughts. "Why should I bow to anyone? I am the most glorious and talented. I deserve worship." He began whispering to the other angels, his voice smooth and enticing. "Why serve? Why submit? We are powerful. We can be gods ourselves." I saw doubt creeping into the hearts of some angels. Their radiant light began to dim as pride and envy took root. Suddenly, a blinding light appeared as Michael the Archangel emerged, leading an army of angels still loyal to God. Michael's voice thundered across heaven. "Who is like our God?" A war unlike any I could imagine erupted. Beams of light clashed against encroaching darkness. The angels loyal to God fought with unyielding resolve, their voices singing praises that pushed back the shadows. Lucifer and his followers, once radiant, began to twist and darken as they resisted. Jesus said, pride consumed them, and they chose to reject the light. Finally, Michael and the heavenly host drove Lucifer and his followers to the edge of heaven. I watched as they fell like stars, their light extinguished, swallowed by an abyss of darkness. Lucifer created his own exile, Jesus explained. Pride turned the most beautiful angel into the prince of darkness. Jesus turned my gaze toward the earth. I saw threads of light connecting people to each other and to heaven. Every act of kindness, every prayer, every choice made in love strengthened those threads. But then I saw thin, dark tendrils creeping toward people, whispering lies, planting pride, doubt, and greed. Jesus said, "This is the true battle. Free will is the greatest gift, but it also carries great responsibility. Pride leads to darkness, but love and humility can overcome it." I watched as a single act of love, a prayer, a helping hand, caused the threads of light to glow brighter, pushing back the darkness. Jesus placed his hand on my forehead. A wave of love and peace overwhelmed me. "Emily," he said, "you must return. Share what you have seen. Help others understand the power of free will, the danger of pride, and the strength of love." Suddenly, I was gasping for air. I opened my eyes to the harsh lights of the operating room, surrounded by my colleagues frantically working to revive me. From that day on, I was no longer the same. I saw the world differently. The pride that once blinded me had been shattered. I understood that my gifts as a surgeon were not mine alone. They were given to me to serve others. I began to pray for my patients, reach out to my family and rebuild broken relationships, perform small acts of love, knowing their impact in the unseen battle between light and darkness. When pride whispers in my heart, I remember Lucifer's fall and the words of Jesus. Whoever exalts themselves will be humbled, and whoever humbles themselves will be exalted. Matthew 23:12. Each of us is part of a spiritual battle, a battle fought not with swords, but with choices. Free will allows us to choose love over pride. Pride destroys, but humility and love build connections that bring light into the darkest places. No act of love is too small. Each choice matters, and through them we can help push back the darkness and bring heaven closer to earth.